Hey everyone, there's that smell again. This time it's that very distinctive stench of desperation. And who is the most desperate of all, if none other than Kathleen Wynne? She's so desperate. That petty tyrant, that authoritarian bitch, she's so desperate to keep her grip held tightly on the controls of power in the province of Ontario that she's just totally no pretense of anything anymore, just throwing everything she can at the Ontario people and hoping that if I just offer them enough promises of wealth and income redistribution, if I just promote enough socialism, just enough theft, just enough freebies to the people, maybe they'll give me another shot, another go. And if she can do that, maybe she can fully put her plan to turn Ontario into a full-on socialist province into action and have her goal, her dreams finally realized. Wow. Headline of the National Post, Chris Selly, desperate Liberals promise free daycare in Ontario. What could go wrong? Free fucking daycare. Like I say, I mean, with Trudeau, with the fucking promise of the, federal housing initiative, like pure communist tenant there, right? Then you got her offering free daycare. You got free this, free that, free fucking, free. But nothing is free. It's the private taxpayers. It's the ones that aren't part of the political or ruling class or the media class. Those people are the ones that's going to pay for it. So there's no free. But what she's saying is, hey, all you fucking parasites, all you fucking immoral pieces of shit, yeah, vote for me and I'll steal from everyone else. Or they're all already overtaxed. The ones that are alive today in Ontario, already heavily indebted and overtaxed. So that's not even them or their kids going to be paid for it. But hey, I'll force their grandkids, maybe their great-grandkids to pay for it if need be. Just give me more power. Add it to the debt pile, and the kiddos can pay it off with interest at some point down the line. Think of it like OSAP for toddlers. Sweaty desperation, mad, flailing, put it on the credit card panic, a bill of goods even. Pshaw. Premier Kathleen Wynne's pre-budget free daycare announcement on Tuesday was nothing of the sort. Ontario's Liberals are proceeding just as they have always intended, carefully, compassionately, based on evidence, always twirling and twirling towards the activist center. Budget 2017, balanced at long last. We'll have a parade. Budget 2018, blow it all to pieces. Money is free. Seriously though, that does seem to be the promise. It's a whopper. From the age of 2.5 until eligibility for kindergarten at age 4 as of 2020, if you vote Liberal, every Ontarian child will have a free daycare spot waiting. Never mind whether his or her folks can easily afford the cost. The projected cost when it rolls out in 2020, $930 million, part of a $2.2 billion package over 3 years to increase the number of licensed spaces and subsidies across the board, as well as salaries for daycare workers. That's practically nothing next to the province's $312 billion in already accumulated net debt. So what the hell? Add it to the pile, and the kiddos can pay it off with interest at some point down the line. Think of it like OSAP for toddlers. This is the thing with people. If you lack scruples and morals, of course, if some politician promises you something for free, which is really at the expense of others or people in the future or the unborn, right? It's kind of incumbent on you to reject that. I mean, fuck. I've listened for decades now. I mean, I could have voted for many fucking bullshit so-called freebies many times in my life, but I reject it all because, and I choose to remain self-reliant, self-sufficient for the most part, and just take care of business myself. I don't want to live off the proceeds of theft. I don't want others to be forced into economic enslavement for me, and neither should you. Because as you must see, the culmination of all this socialism, that culmination, it's going to come to a head at some point in time, and you're seeing it. Like, it's literally all around us, folks. This lack of personal accountability, personal responsibility, and just, doing things voluntarily instead of using the gun in the room at all times. Because government, listen, the very definition of government is a monopoly of force and violence. So every time you get these things, you're asking people to use the pretense of force and a monopoly of violence towards people. I mean, yes, there will be a benefit of it. Just like if I went to a person out there, like a lady walking down the street, and robbed her of her purse, I can show you that. Look, I benefit from it. And even if I took the money of her purse and gave it to a bunch of other people, even if they were poor people, some people, if you look at me, as I'm giving out the freebies, it might look, oh, look at how nice Bennett is. But you have to look at how I got that money in the first place. That has to matter. And it would have meant that I stole it from someone else. So this socialism, this forced wealth or income redistribution, it's completely and wholly and undeniably so immoral. So reject the fucking freebies, folks. Listen, let me tell you, your kids, your grandkids, and those who have to deal with this shit going forward in the future, they'll be very much appreciative and thankful. And matter of fact, not just, stop all this fucking collectivism, this forced subjugation. Yeah, stop that. But try to unwind some of these fucking pretenses of these promises, of these debt obligations too. Because, even if you just say, okay, I'm not going to steal from you anymore, well, there's a whole lot of past theft that has happened, that needs to be accounted for, and people are ultimately going to have to be held responsible as well. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.